So I elected not to make a video last night. Not because I didn't want to. I definitely wanted to. And not only that, but I wanted to live stream my reaction to the Cowboys losing to the Vikings. Believe me, I really did. But I just wanted to come up now because the bye week's over, number one. And number two, this is right here, right now, where everything matters the most. Right now, this is where the Philadelphia Eagles can make the run. Now, I don't like comparing to previous seasons. I always repeat myself on that, but I always come back to it because, well, in 2017, we went on a run throughout the entirety of the year. We started out 1-1, ended up 13-3. Literally went 12-1 in that time frame. Technically, because garbage loss against the Cowboys. We don't really consider it, but at the end of the day, 13-3. We went 12-2, all that stuff. Great run, really good run. Last year, at the end of the year, we went 5-1. Went from 4-1, regardless. Went from below 500, 7 losses, 9-7, just like that. We managed to reemerge and clinch a wild card spot, and not only do that, but win a playoff game and nearly get us back to the championship game as extreme underdogs as opposed to the season before. This year is much different, of course, and that's why I don't like to compare each individual season because they are so different as far as the situation. Last year, again, at this point in time, we're 4-5, soon to be 4-6, and to get blown out by the New Orleans Saints and lose to the Cowboys, just not a good 2 weeks. This upcoming 2 weeks. Last year we had the Cowboys, Saints. We lost both of those games and lost Carson Wentz in the process, and it felt just like the season was done, that we were over, just whatever. This year, it's a little bit different. We're 5-4. Things feel like they should be over, but they're not. And not only did we lose somebody in Deshaun Jackson, aside from losing him, the team has gotten a lot healthier everywhere. We got back Jalen Mills a couple of weeks ago, Ronald Darby, Avonte Maddox. We're going to get Cre'Von LeBlanc back. Thank the Lord. We're going to get another corner to potentially help us because he stepped up in the playoff run against the Saints, against the Bears, made some really good plays where we needed him to, and solidified him a spot. Even with him being out half the season, he's going to be coming back as well. And we got a 2-game homestand. Off our bye week. We're on a 2-game win streak. And now we're looking ahead at our opponents, and not only at our opponents, but we're keeping a close eye on the Dallas Cowboys, keeping a close eye on how they do. And this weekend, we just sat back and observed alongside the Redskins. Now, granted, the Redskins are one of 8. We don't really care about them, but we don't have any hate against the Redskins right now. They are division rivals, but they're not causing any harm. They're just a struggling franchise right now. They're okay. They get to enjoy watching the Giants and Cowboys lose while they're on their bye week, just like we did. But it's much more pleasant for us because the Cowboys are back to 5-4, tied with us. Doesn't matter if they beat us or not. You're tied with us, and you still got one more game against us. Not to mention the rest of the game, the rest of the season, where it's not going to get easier. It's not going to get easier for either of these two teams, but it sure as hell is a little bit easier for the Eagles. Last 4 out of 7 are at home this year, and 2 of them against the Patriots and the Seahawks. Not easy games whatsoever. Probably the hardest on the schedule aside from Vikings and the 2 Cowboy games. But I believe we can do it. I believe we can not only take back the division and not only beat the Cowboys later on, but I feel like we can run the goddamn table. Those are some very, very confident words from me. And I'm an optimist, okay? I believe in this team even when it might not seem like I do or that anybody else does or that there's a reason to. I believe in my team. I have faith in my team. I root for my team. I bleed green, and that's how I am. I never stop repping my teams no matter what. That's just how I am. I'm not like a lot of other people on this platform. I'm not like a lot of people in general, social media, the media in general, as opposed to Fox NFL, all that stuff. I'm not like that, okay? I look at my team and I say, they can do it. We got Jordan Matthews. He's been officially signed today. Welcome back to Philly for a third straight time. May this be the best tenure you have with Philly. Make the most out of this opportunity, Jordan Matthews, because you're filling in for Deshaun Jackson. It's not what we need in that specific area as far as a replacement for Deshaun Jackson. It's not who we need. It's not the type of wide receiver that we wanted at that position, but the front office doesn't want to get us anything better. Not to say that Jordan Matthews is bad or anything. He is still one of the better slot receivers in the league. He has had a lot of success with us. So, there's a little bit of hope in my opinion. There's a little bit of hope there. I've talked about it before. And looking at the schedule, as opposed to the Cowboys still got games against the Lions, the Patriots, the Bills on Thanksgiving, the Bears, who else do they play? The Rams, us. I mean, their schedule isn't any easier than ours. And I mean, ours is a little bit because we got games like the Dolphins, 2 against the Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, Seahawks, Patriots. It's just these first 2 weeks are going to be the toughest. Do I think the Eagles can win these up-and-coming games? I'm going to talk more about Patriots and Eagles, obviously, as the week goes on. I believe the Eagles can beat them. Seahawks, that's another conversation. But we've seen teams beat the Seahawks before. It's just we have a history of losing to the Seahawks. Russell Wilson does a lot of things against us that we wish that he didn't do against us, but he does them all the time. So I'll get to the Seahawks once we get to the Seahawks, obviously. Patriots, though, I think the Eagles have a really good chance at winning this game, and this is a big-time game, 4:30 at home. I mean, the next 2 games are both essentially primetime games, the games that everybody's going to be watching. America's Game of the Week, Sunday Night Football. I mean, these are the games that the Eagles need to step up in. Carson Wentz, Jordan Howard, Jordan Matthews, Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar, catch the ball. Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, do your thing. Miles Sanders, do your thing. Defense, step up, get some pressure. I believe this team can go big and make the most out of this opportunity that they have in the next month and a half of football, because let's face it, 5-4 tied with the Cowboys. You lost to the Cowboys already, yes, but being tied with them regardless, that's huge. And now it's time to, you see the window opened? It's opened for you as high as it's been throughout the entirety of the season. You got to go through it. You got to take that leap of faith and you got to go for it. Let me know what you guys think. Moving forward with the rest of the schedule, Eagles, Patriots, Cowboys, and their schedule. Let me know what you guys think about any outcome. I'll see you guys this week. Have a good rest of your day. Fly, Eagles, fly. Have a good day.